Who child? Good morning, everybody. What's today? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Please like and share the video. Matter of fact, I'm going to share the video. I could have sworn I shared it to my community wall, but I guess I didn't. Okay, let me share real quick. So I heard this morning they still discussing the interview that was held on King Roman's panel yesterday evening. Oops. I accidentally clicked on my line dance instructor's uh video challenge. Don't want no copyright from that music. But yeah, so I heard a lot of people are still talking about the interview. And of course that's not surprising, right? As far as the interview, I had totally forgot that King Roman was like a five fan. Part of Babe Nation. I didn't know, nor should I, probably should have known that he was even a member of her channel. But it does make a lot of difference now when you look back at the interview. Hey, what's up to Miss T? Aw, how you doing, love? Thanks for dropping down in the chat. But you said you're here for a minute because your cell won't stay charged. Oh, okay, no problem at all. But the whole video or the whole interview yesterday, I thought was supposed to be non-biased, but when you look back at the interview, I mean, it's pretty evident that he was trying to get an interview, draw a crowd, because of course, I mean, like, this the hottest tea in the sector right now. So of course, if you interview Tisa, you bound to have a lot of people in your chat. And Jay Wilson hit the nail on the head, however you say that shit, when he was talking this morning on his short live. Like, there's been times where people done had 500, 1,000, 1,500. There's been times when people have had 2,000 people in their chat in the B sector, and they were able to maintain their cool. And that's one thing you have to realize, is that when you have an interview, like, I ain't never had that many people in my chat. I think the most I've ever had in my chat when I was doing that big interview, the my was it my friend, her husband, my man interview, when I was, I was interviewing the spouse, I was interviewing the husband, and I was interviewing the mistress. And I think that's when I had my biggest chats, and that was still only between like 300 and 400. So that's a lot, for me. But for some people, that's less, like, shoot, child, that ain't nothing. But regardless how big the chat is, when you're doing an interview or just a regular show, you still have to hold your composure. You have to hold it as a content creator. And the best thing, if you can't, if the people in the chat are irritating you or something like that, don't look at the chat. Turn the chat off. And then he was trying to say, he was saying, how do you put your chat on a slow chat or slow chat? All you have to do is go to your YouTube studio. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go in here right now. Maybe I can show y'all. Because you can put your chat on slow chat, because when it's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people in your chat, it can be kind of difficult to keep up with the chat, keep up with the comments, and then people get frustrated. Like, people in the chat should know better, though. Like, if you're in the chat and there's hundreds and thousands of people in the chat at the same time, you have to know better that the person who's doing the show is not going to see or be able to read, all of your comments. But it as far as this interview goes, though, yeah, I think he should have just either turned off the chat or just allow his moderators to mod the chat. And maybe like if you have somebody that you really trust, like I have somebody that I can really trust, my co-host, Carmel Diva. So on my StreamYard, on StreamYard you can have teams now, right? So on StreamYard, if you select a team member, um, I have like the $25 pro $25 plan on StreamYard. So if you select a team member, you get one extra member on your team, which is you and somebody else in StreamYard for the $25 rate. And that person can highlight your comments, they can change banners. There's certain things that your team member can do while you're live. So you can just focus on the interview. So StreamYard is really making a lot of changes to make it a lot more easier and a lot more productive for content creators. And that's why I like StreamYard, even though sometimes they be tripping. StreamYard really be tripping sometimes. I'll be like, oh my God. But yeah, you have to go into your YouTube studio, excuse me, and slow down. Let me see. I don't want to cancel that. Slow down your chat if your chat is moving way too fast. But again, I wouldn't even be paying attention to the chat because the chat looked like when it's running up and down the screen, it probably looked like Chinese or Japanese or something like that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, viewers of you? What's up, January Capricorn? What's up, the unfiltered Muffy? But yeah, that is some good information. Every time I learn something new about StreamYard or whatever, I share it. But my main concern was him being biased or non-biased during the interview. And you could tell, I said last night, damn, he looks real uncomfortable when Seven came up there, when Olivia came up there, when Deidre came up there. He was like, I don't know. He went from feeling a little confident to like, oh shit, what's about to happen? What's about to pop off? And then she had already said, Tisa, she had already said in Olivia's chat earlier that day that she was willing to answer any questions at all. And so when and Olivia had a couple of hundred people in her chat at that time. So when we got to the interview on King Roman's channel, we was expecting Tisa to answer a lot of questions. Because we nosy. Shit, this the B sector. This is content. People gonna feed off of this. People gonna eat off of this for days, right? Ain't that how they say it? So we thinking that she's coming over there and she's going to be real transparent, but it was like he was trying to hold her back or something, trying to hold her mute. And she finally was like, just let him ask the questions. I know she was like, damn, I'm here for an interview. This is an exclusive interview. Why not be transparent? Why not ask me the questions that you guys want to ask? And then if she don't want to answer the questions, just say no. Or I plead the fifth. Or I'd rather not answer that question. It's real simple. It's real simple. But when I title the video Friends, how many of us have them? I was, of course, referring to her and Fi's relationship, and also QB and Fi's relationship, because a lot of stuff was said about QB yesterday. You said you didn't even watch it. Hey, S. Hutchinson. Hey, boo. But a lot of stuff was said about QB, and everybody was already saying the shit. Like, some people like, well, we really didn't really learn anything, that we probably wasn't thinking of already or considering, or, Fi's behavior, how she treats her friends. But a lot of people was insinuating that Fi ended the state of the B sector because QB, and she wanted to separate from him, and and to hear her talk behind his back about how bad he be reading, or that he's illiterate or stuff like that, I was like, oh my God. Like, if people can't see who she is for what she is. But I wrote down what Tisa had to say as far as their friendship. Now, of course, everybody was thinking Tisa was in her 60s. We found out through Tisa and through Tisa talking to 7 Stars that Seven had did a background or tried to dox her. Batista had her identity stolen. So when Seven looked her up, she came up with a 62-year-old person, same face, but 62-year-old person. But instead, Tisa said she's 48. And I knew she wasn't in her 60s. I'm like, that child ain't that damn old. But she said she got 2 daughters, 1 son, 2 grown kids, and 1 a teenager. But as far as their relationship, she said, in hindsight, that she thinks that her and Fi were never really friends. That she was a good friend to Fi. Fi wasn't a good friend to her. She also said she never went after Fi's other relationships, Fi's other friendships. The only one that she kind of interfered with was the one with GX, which everybody knew was going to crash anyway. I don't know why Fi. She said it was the YouTube game, but still, I don't. All games you shouldn't play. I don't believe, but she said she was a true friend to all her friends. This is what Tisa said in regards to herself, and that she's realizing that not everybody takes their friendship seriously, and that's why she believes Fi was never her friend. But she said she just recently realized that when Fi basically blasted her in that chat and embarrassed her and humiliated her. And so King Roman said, "Do you have friends in your real life?" Now we know she just, buried a friend, a good friend, her hairdresser who had been doing her hair for 30 years. Somebody said that was a stupid question, but I see what he was trying to say. He wasn't saying, do you got any friends? Like, he was basically saying, don't you have real friends in real life? Don't you know how friends are supposed to be treated? Don't you know when you see a one-sided relationship, and that's regardless if you're friends, married, dating, whatever. You said lesbian relationship gone wrong. Right. Nothing about Tisa said 60 anything or anywhere. I was like, y'all crazy. That girl ain't no 62. They said 65, 62, 68. I'm like, come on now. Her lips might be overgrown, but her body ain't overgrown. Ain't no way her ass is in no damn 60s. But yeah, you said you haven't watched anything about the fallout. Yeah, everybody is doing content on it, and a lot of people was really upset. Like, his chat went from 13, almost, he could have had probably almost 2,000 people in that chat. But the chat was from 1,300, went all the way down to 900, 800 after he started cussing and screaming and screaming at everybody. And then last night she went over to Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley was on a Zoom and on YouTube at the same time. And she jumped in their chat. So yeah, she was still doing the around the world tour. But she jumped in their chat and jumped on their panel. And Sean Bradley kind of like picked up where King Roman left off. And it was a pretty decent interview. And Sean, he had like 1,200 people consistently in the interview. Yes, Shells. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me grab my coffee cup. I left my coffee cup on the counter. Anybody want to jump on the link? Let me drop the link if anybody wants to jump on the link. Anybody can jump on the link if you want. Let me go grab my coffee cup I left on the counter. 1 second, y'all. Okay, here I come. I had to grab my coffee. Hey, Londa. What's up? Good morning. You said I don't like HB, but he's been in the game for a long time. He knows how to hold an interview, no shade. It's the truth. It is the truth. And that's what Jay Wilson was saying this morning when Jay Wilson went live. He said Sean Bradley knows how to run an interview. He's been on here for I think 10 years or something like that. And he done had a lot of interviews, a hell of a lot of interviews. And he's used to having a lot of people in his chat at times, and he used to having not so many people in his chat at times. So, like Jay Wilson said, you coming over here to the B sector, calling yourself not a part of the B sector, but you want to interview everybody on the B sector, and then wanted to be biased last night. And so I don't think that was a good setup from the jump, because you Babe Nation, you a member of Phi, and you having an interview with somebody who she's now beefing with. That don't look good in the first place. And oh wow. But then anyway, yeah, SB did his thing last night, and it was so like smooth, and it just flowed, and I don't know. But then I look on Phi's community wall this morning. Well, it kind of came on my timeline, or whatever you want to call it. It was recommended. She posted a picture from back in December 17th. Looks like a text message or something from Independent Tisa. And basically what she said on her community wall, let me go back to Phi's community wall. Okay, basically she said, imagine me proving she doesn't like Sean, but she can't prove I don't love QB. Get this work. We just getting started. Good night. And she posted a picture of a text message or inbox message or something like that. And it's from Independent Tisa. And it says, did you hear that Pisa had a camera slip this morning and her daughter was seen? And then Phi says, I heard. And then Tisa says, I really want to do a pledge to send you and QB to Jamaica. And if I had the little crying emojis. And then she said they salty about that exclusive. That was on December 18th. Oh, hold up. I'm reading it backwards. Okay, hold up. Friday, December 17th. It said, oh no, that was 16. Oh, I'm reading it right. So Tisa said they salty about that exclusive. And then Phi says, hell yeah. Sean on his own channel. He mad too. I popped both of them. Did you hear him say it's QB that should be charged? And then Tisa says, yep, that they fugazied in a bitch. I don't hear that. I didn't hear that. Let me listen. So I guess she's trying to prove that Independent Tisa, I just call her Tisa, that she don't really like Sean. But come on now. Are we not like literally watching the same thing over and over and over? It's like we're watching a rerun over and over and over. Everybody she falls out with goes to her nemesis and conducts an interview. And it don't matter if they like each other or not. That's not what it's about. It's about being on a bigger platform and being able to speak your voice to a large amount of people at the same time on one platform. And I think if somebody else would have held that interview, she would have got it all off her chest at one time. Instead of have to go here, go here, go here. Or if he would have let her from the gate say what she want and let the people ask what you want, I mean, that's how an interview usually goes. But he only wanted to have a conversation. We ain't at home sitting around with our friends, with our homegirls, with our cousin and them, having a conversation over a meal. We is in the B sector on YouTube. I don't know. And this coffee good. Right. You said I don't like HBO. Oh, okay, I read that one. Hey, Colette, how you doing, love? You said I thought I told Phi long ago that SB didn't like her. I'll wait. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that Sean never really liked Phi. And I can believe it. Yep, same script, different day. Same script, different day. But yeah, I think we would have found out a lot more had Tisa just been able to just flow on one panel. But I did think that for the most part, I guess I do think that King Roman did a good job for the most part, you know. But like they said, Seven saved that interview. And you ain't lying. Seven got on there and she was like, okay. I'm about to run this interview. No, that ain't what she said. But basically, she helped save that interview. She really did. She really did. She didn't have to pull teeth. That's the thing. She didn't even have to pull teeth. Olivia didn't have to pull teeth. Didi, or Deidre, she didn't have to pull teeth. She was really open, and I think she was being honest. Now, I know in the past, people have said, oh, Tracy D lied. Oh, this person lied. Oh, that person lied. You know, they fall out with fire, then they want to lie on her. I don't think nobody be lying on her. Now, as far as her being a liar, well, Tisa did say yesterday that Fi was always talking about Bree and Pizarro, or Pisa, some people call her, always lying. And Tisa said, but they even said before that they lie sometimes. But she said Fi lies all the time. So how's she gonna talk about Bree and Pizarro when she lies all the time? And those are Tisa's words, not mine. In the voice of Stump Down. But yeah, those are Tisa's words and not mine. You said he talked over her and he tried to leave. Yes! Oh my God! Okay, now, and I remember that from the Tasha K trial. The Tasha K trial. They kept interjecting because they were saying that Tasha K's attorney was trying to lead her into, like, on the stand or whatnot. But yeah, he was like trying to lead her into questions and he was trying to play it safe. Like, we ain't up here playing patty cake. We up here for the tea. Get to the damn tea. I mean, we already know the basics. We already got the cake. Let's throw the frosting on this motherfucker. Y'all know I'm a personal custom cake designer, so I just had to throw that shit in there. But we already got the cake. It's already level. It's already even off. We want the frosting on the cake and shit. And then add some goddamn strawberries on the cake, too. Hey, what's up, Shelly?
Hey, I can't stay long because I have an appointment at the Zoom in a second.
Okay.
But
you got an appointment at the Zoom? What you talking about?
My doctor's appointment on Zoom.
Okay.
You know, now the telemeds, they be doing it on Zoom now, right?
So okay.
That's what I have in a minute. But I was reading, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Coletta's comment, and it triggered me to hit the link, right?
Go ahead.
Coletta says he talked over her and he tried to lead her into certain answers. In the beginning, you said he was Babe Nation, right? Which I didn't know.
Yeah, he's Babe Nation. He even has a membership over there.
Right. I remember him talking to James about Fi Bae and how he really likes her, Babe Nation, but I didn't know it was that deep. I didn't know it was that deep. So based off of this comment right here, what I'm wondering is, do you think he almost dropped the ball with the interview because he was trying to basically help save face for Fi Bae? He was trying to sway the interview a certain type of way, but they wouldn't make Fi Bae look bad?
Yes. He kept saying that from the beginning. He kept saying, this is not a bash Fi Bae. This is not a drag Fi Bae. We just here for a conversation. Then he said, we are just 2 subscribers. I'm like, how many subscribers you know that are content creators? You are a whole content creator, dude. You done interviewed like 50 people in the B sector.
Right. And pardon me for not knowing just a subscriber. Pardon me for not knowing all the backstory of this, but I just feel like it's the same script, different cast. So I never bothered to watch to see what was going on with her and Tisa, because we've seen this a million times and it's the same story. It's just the different people that's telling the same story, right? They all do the same thing. They all have the same story. And this is not even any shade against Fi Bae, because this type of stuff has been done to me where people sometimes they tell the same lie. They do the same behavior. So I never even bothered to pay attention to it. But this is something that King Roman's going to have to make a decision for himself. What's more important for him, to be a content creator and grow his channel, or to have YouTube ships with other content creators? Because if you're trying to get the tea, do you think TMZ is worried about if they offend, you know what I'm saying, Rihanna or Chris Brown or Beyonce or whoever? No, they're going to run the story because they want the views, they want the coverage. And at the end of the day, you cannot be caught up with friends and personal relationships on YouTube. You're going to leave yourself stagnant and you're not going to grow. he threw away a great opportunity to even grow an audience that would come back and support him again because he was trying to, I guess, politic this whole interview. That makes no sense.
I agree.
That's all I want. That's all I wanted to say. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, that's what I mean. I don't know if you watched Jay Wilson's video this morning, but he went into detail about that because of the fact that, girl, Shelly, when I say, you said, did he cuss the chat out? Girl, when I say he cussed the chat out, you know how you curse and you be looking so angry like you ready to fight?
Oh my God, he blacked out.
He was like, fuck all y'all, get the fuck out of my chat. I said we ain't dragging 5A. This is he was like, y'all quit. He was like, y'all asked a stupid question because somebody asked, and I thought it was a valid, reasonable question. Somebody asked Tisa, how much money would she say altogether that she gave 5? And I think that was a valid question because Tisa said
very valid
for the Fication that she gave 5, $1,400. She gave her $200 for herself, $200 for her homegirl that she was bringing with her, and she said she was she paid for 5 people, so she sponsored 5 people. That was $1,400, and they said, "Well, if I give you your money back, since y'all homegirls," she said, "No, I told her to keep it." So, wouldn't you think that's a valid question? How much money would you say altogether you gave 5? I don't think that was a stupid question at all.
No, at all. And first of all, but this is the thing: I've never seen him go off ever. Like,
girl,
ever watched him? I've never seen him go off.
To
so that I mean, the fact that if he was unhinged like that, I'm gonna go back just to catch that part right there. I'm gonna go watch it. Just that.
Go to like the first 30 minutes. It should be within like the first 30 minutes because he went from 1,300 something in the chat down to 9. It gradually went down because people was like, well, fuck you. And he was like, well, fuck y'all. Leave. He said, I don't care if I end up with only 200 in this interview. Leave. Get the fuck out of here. Unsubscribe. Unmembership. He went off. He went off.
He pulled a S. Hutchinson. Did he pull a Manic Shelley over that motherfucker? That's never good. You know, the supporters. That's never a good thing at all. Like that's.
He called them all stupid. He said, "Y'all stupid, boy." And now, that's what made Jay Wilson upset because he like, you came over here to our sector. We didn't come find you. You came over here to do interviews on us. Right. He done done interviews with everybody, including James. He done interviewed a lot of big timers over here.
Yeah, he has. He's done Tracy. He's done James. Mm-hmm. He said he wanted to. Now I remember him saying he wanted to interview 5 that she hadn't really responded back. But some of the people in Babe Nation were upset with him too because they felt like he shouldn't have even interviewed her. And I'm wondering if that pressure made him switch up the way he was going to do things because he was getting kickback before the interview ever even happened. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, he was talking to Fi last night because Fi, I guess she was feeling some type of way about the interview because I guess the way it was supposed to go, it took a hard left, right? And so he was saying basically he was being biased last night, I guess, with Fi because he was basically saying, he said he thought Tisa was wrong. So if you're thinking Tisa was wrong, you not Club Chat, you Babe Nation, you got a membership. Why out of all people would you hold that interview?
Right. He Babe Nation, and he can't come for me for saying this because he said this on his own channel. He said he wanted to Sean Bradley.
Hey Melissa, honey, we talking about 5A falling out with her bestie. Oh, ain't that some shit? Miss Conspiracy came in right at the same time because who always say bestie? Her and Bree, and I said bestie at the same time as soon as I seen her in the chat. But that was funny. But yes, hey, Pisa. But
did you know King Roman was attracted to SB?
What?
Girl, yes. That's why I said he wanted to. Sean, he actually went into detail about it. I was listening today when he did it.
He's attracted to Sean?
Yes, girl. I heard it with my own ears. This ain't nothing I heard in the streets. I heard it myself. He said he thought that Sean was attractive. And so James was basically talking about Sean's height and stuff like that. And he was saying something about maybe Sean would have to bend down or bend over, something like that. Girl, yes, girl, yes. Yes, he did.
I can't.
And James told him to go
QB and Ty, I'm sorry. Let me answer this real quick. Melissa, I don't know if QB and Phi fell out, but Tisa did spill a lot of tea on a lot of negative things that Phi said behind QB's back about why they ended the State of the B sector. You know, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot, but we'll talk later. But go ahead, Shells.
Yeah, so James told him to go ahead and give it a shot. You know what I mean? He told him go ahead and shoot a shot with Sean or whatever. So it's just, I don't know, like the whole setup thing there is a little bit weird. But I'm gonna say this, and I hate every time I feel like I'm even slightly defending Fabe, because I defended her during that show when I told her initially that they did not like her. I was the first person to say he doesn't like you, and everybody said I was jealous. I'm like, they don't like you, girl. So anyway, with Tisa, I have a hard time feeling sorry for her, because I feel like and that's why I call her pay to play Tisa. You were paying for friendship. You paid money to play along with her. So at the end of the day, you're no victim. You knew what it was. When it's a real friendship, you don't have to give money. You don't have to constantly be doing and giving and doing and giving. But that's what you did because you felt like that's what you had to do to secure your spot next to her. So at the end of the day, Phi did exactly what the fuck she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what she was supposed to do with you. If you act like a flunky, get treated like a fucking flunky. Period. And I'm sorry, it might sound fucked up, but it's the truth of the matter. Like, we're all grown people who have grown families. And when you're giving another grown person $1,400 and $500 and $200, and you're pretending to be godparents and all this other stuff, it's just like,
and don't forget, one time she super chatted her $100 4 times in a row on one show.
You see what I'm saying? I used to always see her just everywhere she went, always super chatting big time. So even a lot of people who are trying to support Tisa right now, they just want her money. That's what it is. And at the end of the day, you cannot sit there and be like, well, Phi was wrong for how she treated her, or she's wrong for taking her money. Now, listen, I don't know your upbringing, but you know, back in the day when you had them niggas that was hustlers and they got money and you ain't all that interested in them, but you gonna let them take you shopping. It's one
now,
of them.
I'm from the hood, so I know a lot of them niggas. And yes, I had a few of them who was always shopping for me because they was thugs, they was ballers.
Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you see a person like Tisa, I'm not that type of person, because I'll be like, girl, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But a person like that, you're supposed to go ahead and run off with the plug. I can't even respect a person like that. So I'm not surprised that Phi probably didn't respect her. She probably just looked at her like, yeah, I'm gonna get what I can get from you because you're just weak. You know what I mean? And you're out here paying different people to be their friend or whatever. So it is what it is. I'm not taking up for Fabe. I'm just saying that Fabe did exactly what she was supposed to do in that situation.
But what do you say happened? Let me speak to some of I just want to say hi to everybody. Hey, Pisa, Deanna, Trash Talk. Hey, did I see Auntie in here? Hey, Auntie April. Excuse me, L7. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Make sure you like and share the video. But what do you have to say about, because we keep seeing this over and over again, and it's really like crazy to me, because it's like these people, they come on here, they befriend her, they give her lots of money, buy her gifts, I mean, all this kind of stuff, suck up her ass, and they beef all over the B sector for them swanging and banging. And then once she turns on them, it's the same shit. Well, I'm just now seeing the light. I'm just now, like, how you not see what she has done to everybody?
No, they've been
I don't understand it. It's like, I don't understand it. Like, how you not see? People been following this girl since she was on the porch smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee in a tank top on that patio.
No, they know what it is, but this is just what they do to play stupid. And a lot of them, they get down and dirty. A lot of them help with doxing. They be dragging people on her behalf. And then when they fall out with her, they want to backtrack and make up with people, or, you know what I'm saying, act like they didn't do some of the stuff that they did. No, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Because I was in somebody's chat, I think it was Reed's chat, and Reed said, S. Hutchinson, Tisa said, unblock her. No, the fuck I won't. No. If you block, you're going to stay blocked. If you was disrespecting me when you was with her, keep that same energy. I don't care that y'all fell out. I don't care what tea you got on her. I don't care what happened. That's why I really haven't watched none of it, because it's the same stuff. It's the same Tracy D. Demi did it. It is the same. It's the same.
Gina, that's April. I mean, it's a whole bunch of them. But my thing is, you know, I've always said this, and if people that follow me from all my other YouTube channels, they know I have always said, don't tell me where to go. Don't tell me who to like. I like who the fuck I like. I'll follow who the fuck I like. I'm not like, if I like, let's say I'm looking at people in the chat, Pisa, Deanna, if I like them too, and they happen to not get along one day, I'm going to still keep supporting both of them. Why? Because this shit to me is literally entertainment. And a lot of people say this is entertainment for them, but it's not. They take this shit too damn seriously. And I'm not about to be unfriending all these people because you beefing with them. Then y'all make up. Then I'm sitting here looking stupid because I didn't unfriended and swang and bang down on all those people you fell out with. So now I'm here looking stupid and I gotta crawl back over there, because that's basically what Tisa has said to Fi. Like, when you befriended GX and had your moms over there and shit, a lot of us didn't like him. So what's gonna happen when y'all fall out? People gonna feel like they gotta choose. Should we stay with him? Should we go back to Fi? Because they were liking him because she liked him.
Well, that's why I said she's like a puppet master and she's pulling the strings. But she allowed them to pull the string. She allowed them to do the whole yo-yo. You know what I mean? Go here, go there, go over here and support. No, pull back, go here. No. But see, these are grown people who I guarantee you do not even remotely allow. If they have husbands, I bet you their husbands can't run them the way Fi Babe was running these people. I bet their kids can't run them the way Fi Babe was running them. So I don't have any sympathy.
And that's the crazy part. Like, can't nobody run my child. My mama was the only one who could run me like that. And she is in heaven. Can't nobody run me like, you cannot run me like a game of cards. You cannot run me like no spades. I mean, like, I don't get it. Like, people are like, seem like they're giving their soul to some of these content creators on here.
Yeah, I've said it a million times. My husband can't check me. So ain't nobody on here going to check me and tell me what to do, where to go, how to do, how to feel, who to support, who not to support, and all that little other nonsense.
Yeah, because ain't nobody checking you in the streets. Ain't nobody checking me in the streets. Ain't nobody checking me in the hood. Ain't nobody checking me on YouTube.
Yeah.
And telling me where to go. Like, that's crazy to me. You can't go over here, but I can go over here. I can befriend this man. I can put Maz in his chat, but you can't go over in Pisa's chat. Just for entertainment. And then, Shells, I watched the whole interview. She said the reason why a lot of people who Babe Nation would go to other people that Fi didn't like was because of the entertainment. And she said because Fi and them is boring over there. She said it's like a cult mentality. Everybody believe the same thing, see the same thing, like the same people, hate the same people. And if you disagree with anything she does over there, you get blocked. So she's like, it's boring over there because we all like literally believe in Fi and everything she say. It's like a god over there, okay?
Girl, it's like Jonestown, okay? And they ready to
drink the Kool-Aid. She said she thinks Fi be drinking her own Kool-Aid. I'm like, what the
fuck?
She said, do you think this is a cult? And she said, I think Fi be drinking her own Kool-Aid.
I'll get Tisa that one. That was a good one. That was a good one, Tisa. One up for you.
I was cracking the hell up. But one thing that I can say from the people who hung close with her that I do think I really believe, and we see it, people talk about it all the time. But when Tisa said Fi came out there with no clothes, said she left her clothes at home. And I think it was because Tisa had already spent a lot of money on her daughter. She said she bought her Burberry clothes and shoes and all kind of stuff for her daughter's birthday. And I'm assuming that Fi probably thought that she was about to go shopping for her when she got there. How you go to Cali with no clothes? And so she said they went down on the strip and Fi bought a Nike leggings, Nike jacket. Nike hat. Remember we see her in the car with Tisa? She had on the Nike.
Honestly, I don't watch her. So I didn't see her in the car with nobody doing nothing because I literally don't watch the girl.
Girl, she said Fi wore that Nike outfit the whole weekend. And she said
oh my God, that's so nasty.
She even wore it. She said she even wore it when she boarded the plane to leave to go back home.
Oh my God, that is so embarrassing. That is so nasty. Well, this is what I've noticed, that just based off of people that I've met up with off of YouTube, a lot of these people can't dress. And if you're meeting up with somebody, and if you got your best on when you're meeting up with them, or, you know, you're trying to look decent and you still not, you know what I mean, like you still can't do it, then I don't know what to tell you. So I'm not surprised. A lot of these people aren't used to nothing, ain't never had nothing, and it just is what it is. That's just the truth of the matter. But that's nasty to be wearing a fucking whole outfit for the whole weekend. You're disgusting. No wonder they say your coochie stink.
But who, you know what? One time, I'm not even gonna lie. One time I went to I think we went to Texas to visit my cousin in Texas for a week. Every time we go on vacation, we stay wherever we are for a week. Florida, Atlanta, don't matter. We go for a week to enjoy our time. And I forgot, well, I had told my son to put one of my luggages in the car when we left in the middle of the night, and he forgot. So the luggage was at home, girl, sitting in the front room. When I got down there, I realized the luggage I had left had all my personals, my undies, my, you know, all my stuff. Girl, I went right to the stove, bought a whole slew of shit.
Right.
Like, that's the only time I can say I like left stuff at home, but not, you ain't leaving all your clothes at home. Come on now.
Let me tell you something. Sharon came down here to see me in October. I'm talking, I didn't have to take no plane, just a car ride down the street. And I had a huge ass suitcase. I still came home with outfits on top of outfits, underwear, shoes, and stuff that I never even touched, never even popped the tags off of. I always travel with way more than what I'm going to need. And even like when I went on that TV show, I had all kind of clothes, because I was like, okay, either I'm gonna do this. And once I saw what everybody else was wearing, I was like, okay, I can either bring it up or I can bring it down. And based off of what they had on, I brought it down, and I still was overdressed. Okay, so if you look at me and you look at them, it's like, okay. But anyway, girl, I'm hopping down. I'm gonna finish listening while I'm getting ready for this appointment.
Okie dokie. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. I'm just going through all the comments. You said you want the footage though. Deanna, for real, I think everyone has forgotten this broad is a bum. I just remember what she looked like when she first came on YouTube. But I liked her back then, so it wasn't like I didn't even look at her like a bum or look at her like, you know, I just was like, okay, it's this chick, because I didn't really know anybody over here at that time. I had literally followed Kaya because I was a Kaya fan, and then like most people, Kaya got with Maddie, then fell out with Maddie, then people started doing reviews on it, and that's kind of how I found my way inside the B sector. And Fi was one of those people that I first watched. She just happened to be one of the ones that I first watched, and I used to like her. And then over the years, I was just like, this ain't the same. This ain't the same woman at all. Like, I understand we grow on YouTube, and we might even glow up. You know, a lot of people come on here, make some good money, get a new house, get a new car, you know, things like that. But I was like, is this the same woman? If I would have never seen her before, I would have never even thought that she had changed. And that's the thing with a lot of people who come on here and don't know the past and know the history. And that's why I give a shout out to those who know the history, like really know the history, like Shells, like James, like Auntie April, Olivia. A lot of people know the history in here really good, and a lot of us know the history in here really good, but I don't watch everybody, so I don't know. Even though I've been following the B sector for years, I don't watch every single video. I don't watch every single person. That's why I would do horrible if I was a beefer. That's why I don't beef, because I ain't got time to watch all that shit. And I don't got nobody to beef with. I ain't trying to beef with nobody. I just come on here and do my little commentary, then get off of here and do my job. But the shit that she was saying about Fi, I mean the shit that Tisa said Fi was saying about QB, he's illiterate, he can't read. That's why we stopped the state of the B sector. When she hit Tisa up talking about, did you hear him on that reading the list. Oh my God. Did you hear how he sounds like? That's not shit you say about your damn friend. That's not shit at all. If you got a problem with how your friends sound or read, if they your real friend, you can say that to them. You can be like, hey, I know you had, you're not, yeah. So how about you write the list, or you type the list, or you mail the list, you lick the stamp and drop it off at the post office, and I'll do the talking. But everybody treat their so-called friendships differently, and that's why I titled this live "Friends, How Many of Us Have Them?" Because them is just not the type of friends that I want to have in my life. Like, real shit. You said let me read the list, right? Let's just let somebody else read the list. But I think a lot of people are right when they were insinuating or thinking that Fi was just trying to break away from QB, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, same here. I watch if I hear something really really entertaining happen, or something funny happen, or something like that on somebody's channel that I don't watch, I'll go over there and I'll red ball it back. He said, "Why do the show?" Well, let me see. QB was on the gentleman's panel for quite some time. He left. He came back. So we all know how he sounded. We all know how he sounded when he was on his channel, or on JW's channel. So I don't understand why she would have a problem with it now, because it ain't like this was his first time jumping on YouTube, speaking to the public on social media. So that's like if you have a friend that stutters, they done stuttered their whole life, and then you start something with them where they have to speak all the time, and then you get mad because they stutter all the time, and you talk behind their back. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, I'm about to get off of here because I need to get back to my job. I gotta make some coinage. Y'all. Y'all know I'm moving in a month. I done found me a house, y'all. Home ownership, y'all. I've been signing papers and dealing with realtors and inspectors and shit all day yesterday, signing my life away. To the people who told me congratulations yesterday on my new house, thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I had did a video. Thank you, Melissa Kane. I had told you I had been trying to find me a house for over a year. And I finally found it. I went and looked at a house 2 days ago, and I recorded it because I've been chronicalizing my home search for ever since last year. And so I always record when I go on a house tour, and I post it up. And so I went on this house tour, checked this house out. I really fell in love with it. From the moment I walked in the house, I fell in love with the house. And I put an offer in, and they accepted everything I asked for. Closing costs and everything, removing old sheds off the property. I asked for all kind of shit, and then offered them a penny over what they was asking for. And the house is basically remodeled. I mean, from the rooter to the tooter, window to the wall, carpet, floors, kitchens, 3 bathrooms. The house is gorge. And I posted the video a few days ago, so y'all can check it out if y'all missed it. But yes, I got a call early yesterday morning from my realtor saying, "We buying a house. We buying a house, bitch. We buying a house." So I close in 30 days, God willing. Inspection goes good. Okay. Inspection is going to be Monday. It's going to be Monday. So, but from the look of the house, from what my banker and my realtor and even the insurance company is saying, they don't foresee anything wrong at the inspection. So I should be able to even possibly move sooner if I wanted to, so long the inspection and appraisal works out okay. So yes, thank you so much. About to be a homeowner, and I'm ready to move. I'm ready to start packing, throwing shit away. So again, thanks to everybody who has been supporting my channel, watching, liking the videos, sharing the videos. all the love that we get on the hood table. I really, really do support. I mean, really appreciate the support, you guys, truly and truly. And thank you, everybody, for the congratulations. You said ZX kicked Kimmy to the curb over her opinion. Wow, just wow. I just thought we were entitled. That's how it seems to be for some of these CCs, these content creators. And that's why I'm like, you ain't checking me on no damn YouTube. You're not checking me in the streets. You ain't going to check me in my face. You're not checking me on YouTube. I don't even get that damn into people invested in the people on here like that. If you don't get that invested in people on here like that, you won't have to have those situations. You won't have those problems. You know, with somebody throwing you under a bus, embarrassing you and humiliating you in front of thousands of people on their channel. And it's okay to super chat or cash app people all the time. Matter of fact, let me put my little cash app on here. But it's okay to super chat and cash app people sometime, PayPal people sometime. But thousands and thousands of dollars to a CC that you met on YouTube that you don't know in real life, that has a history of falling out with people, embarrassing them, spilling their tea. I don't know. Wake up, y'all. Wake up. Wake up and smell the damn coffee. But anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share the video. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. Bye. Now I gotta go.